Safety and personal security. Cultural differences. Travelers should be aware what's acceptable in Canada is not always acceptable elsewhere. There may be differences in dress, behavior, traditions, language, food, and even some things as simple as taking a picture or a video. For dress, it's recommended that travelers dress conservatively and avoid anything which could give one the appearance of affluence, as this can make you a potential target for opportunistic crime. For behavior, travelers are advised to act confident even if it is not genuine. Stand tall, walk briskly, and plan itineraries for the day before. For traditions and language, travelers should learn at least a few key phrases in the country's language and research cultural events to explore. For food, don't be afraid to try new things. Make sure to communicate effectively any allergies and be aware of any water advisories for the region. When taking pictures or videos, be sure to always ask permission when taking photos of people and avoid recording anything that may arouse suspicion of your intentions should you be caught. This includes recording military, government bodies or officials, or suspicious activity. Make sure that as a traveler you research your destination. Take the time to learn about the political, cultural, and economic environment. Check out the Canadian Foreign Affairs Country Insights and assess the threat level with the same amount of caution you would use at home, if not more. Note any areas to avoid if possible. Ensuring safety before traveling. Visit the Department of Foreign Affairs and International Trade Canada website or International SOS for currency regulations, unusual health condition information, crime rates, political climates, or other current events travelers should be aware of. Determine where the nearest Canadian consulate, embassy, or high commission is to where you will be staying. The Registry of Canadian Citizens Abroad. University of Lethbridge travelers should register their travel with the university on the university's registry page. Review the university's safety abroad policy and adhere to the conditions. Travelers should register with the Canadian government, the D-FATE system, prior to traveling outside of Canada. Those with non-Canadian citizenship or permanent residency should register with the consulate of their country of origin. Universal rights. Travelers should never assume that the legal system in another part of the world will be the same as it is in Canada. Innocent until proven guilty, in fact, is not a universally recognized concept. Most arrests abroad occur due to drug violations, possession of firearms, photography or video recording, or purchasing antiques or items not intended to leave the country of origin. Some areas may present an equitable risk to travelers based on the color of their skin, languages spoken, gender identity, sexual orientations, associations, and religions. In the interest of safety abroad, university travelers should review their destination country reports from International SOS and D-FATE and conduct a personal assessment to determine if travel risk can be mitigated. Travelers should also voluntarily consult with university resources when support is required. Opportunistic crime. Foreigners are at a greater risk than locals. Travelers should avoid, or at least be cautious in areas that they are more likely to be victimized in. If something doesn't feel right, it likely isn't. Do not disclose any personal information to strangers and be wary of anyone offering bargains or guidance. Should travelers come into a situation where they need to report stolen items, they must be reported to the police. Passports and other personal documentation must be reported to the Canadian consulate or embassy. Credit or debit cards must be reported to the provider or bank. Please watch the following video to see how organized individuals can make petty theft appear seamless.
เราก็ลงจากรถแล้วนะคะคือไม่ได้ไปลง Trafalgar Square นะลงก่อนเพราะว่าตรงนี้มันน่าจะใกล้จุดที่น่าเดินที่สุดนี่มันคือแฮร์รี่พอตเตอร์อยากเห็นเนี่ยนะอยากจะดูเนี่ยมันเป็นละครหรือเปล่าวะแฮร์รี่พอตเตอร์ and the Cursed Child เนี่ยโอ้ my god เฮ้ยกระเป๋าตังค์เพื่อน รหรือเปล่าวะ Harry Potter and the Cursed Child เนี่ยโอ้ my god เฮ้ยกระเป๋าตังค์ตอนนี้เราก็ลงจากรถแล้วนะคะ คือไม่ได้ไปลง Trafalgar Square นะ ลงก่อนเพราะว่าตรงนี้มันน่าจะใกล้จุดที่น่าเดินที่สุด นี่มันคือแฮร์รี่พอตเตอร์อยากเห็นเนี่ยนะอยากจะดูเนี่ยมันเป็นละครหรือเปล่าวะ Harry Potter and the Cursed Child เนี่ยโอ้ my god เฮ้ย
Consular assistance. The Canadian Consulate can provide guidance during various emergency situations, locate missing persons, assist with medical emergencies, assist with the transferring of funds from Canada, and can contact family or next of kin on your behalf. They can also replace lost, stolen, or destroyed passports, can provide information on your destination, and will do everything possible to ensure equitable treatment by law enforcement. They cannot, however, make travel arrangements, transfer funds to pay your bills on your behalf, store or search for personal items, translate or interpret information, or issue licenses or permits. Numbers for consular assistance can be found on the Canadian government's website. If their assistance is needed, university travelers are strongly encouraged to also contact International SOS. Arrest and incarceration. More than 2,000 Canadians are currently imprisoned outside of Canada. Laws and customs vary by country, but ignorance of the law is no defense. Never admit wrongdoing. If a university traveler is detained, they should contact International SOS for assistance. Travelers have the right to talk to the Canadian Consulate. They may visit and advise you of your rights. They may also offer relief in terms of food, money, or clothing from family. However, note that they will not make recommendations for attorneys or pay legal fees. Evacuation. While it is unlikely, there are some instances where travelers may have to evacuate either to a different area or back home. When to consider evacuation: medical emergencies, natural disasters, or political unrest. If travelers are required to evacuate, contact International SOS, prepare to act quickly, including packing your belongings, if possible, only bring the necessities. Inform local and Canadian contacts, and prepare for long waits and cancellations, except in the case of a medical emergency. Finally, the campus safety contact. Please feel free to contact Campus Safety at any time by phone or email at insurance.risk@ulith.ca if you have further questions or concerns. Have a fun and safe trip.